All right, MMA fans, I'm here with PFL Challenger Series fighter, Mr. Thad Jean. Hello, sir. How are you today?
Finding yourself. Thanks for having me on, by the way.
Thank you for giving us a little bit of your time today. How are you spending your holiday season?
Uh, just like every other season with family and friends. I'm out here in South Florida, so the beach is also always a nice time. Fireworks are always beautiful, but it's been a great holiday. We actually had a really cold Christmas in a really long time, which is pretty nice. I mean, everywhere else gets up north gets a cold Christmas, but down here we really don't really get the cold Christmases. So it was a really nice change for us. But other than that, it's been a great holiday season.
Did you do anything in particular on Christmas Day or on New Year's Eve?
Um, we had again, it's something different for us, but we put out a fireplace and we had s'mores and things like that. So it was pretty nice. We had family and friends, so we had a big dinner together, with everyone. So it was a good time. So it was nothing like crazy extravagant, like going out to the clubs or anything like that. It was just more family and friends.
I see, I see. And I mean, of course, you're in training camp since you're scheduled to compete on January the 27th.
Yeah.
You're facing Eric Alequin for a Professional Fighters League contract. How are you preparing for this fight?
Um, the same way I've been preparing for each and every other fight, going in and not underestimating my opponent, adding, I've actually added more to this training camp than I have before. I've actually incorporated a new strength and conditioning gym called IHP, which has been really great because of I know this opponent will try to take me down, will try to, not want to strike with me, which is going to be the best part for them. But with that, I've made sure that my strength and conditioning, my wrestling, my conditioning when it comes to grappling cardio is going to be top notch. So even if you want to wrestle me, even if you want to grapple with me, I'm going to be able to grapple with you right back to keep it pushing, to keep my dominance on top, to keep myself pushing. And hopefully that's not all you have, because if that is all you have and we start standing up again and I start out striking you, then, well, you should do a little better.
Are you expecting your opponent to grind, to wrestle with you during the fight?
Yeah, watching his past fights, that's his best thing. He can't strike, so his best thing what to do is go to the ground and try to get a heel hook or go for a submission or something like that. And that's if he could take me to the ground. I've watched his past fights and his striking is mediocre, but he is a black belt in jiu-jitsu, which is all right. Black belt in jiu-jitsu is one thing, but black belt in MMA is another thing, especially when you're getting punched in the face while you're on the ground.
You sound pretty confident, and I like confident fighters in general. What's your prediction for this fight? Of course, you're seeing yourself as as the winner, but how do you see you winning this fight?
First or second round, TKO, TKO, KO. First, second round. It's going to be a stoppage at some point within the first or second round.
So
I don't see myself going a distance at all.
You don't see him taking your punches or your shots in general?
No, not at all. Not at all. I don't think he's ready for it. Again, like you said, I'm not underestimating my opponent in any way, shape, or form, but that's just the confidence you get when you're putting in all the work within the training camps and everything like that. You can, some people call it arrogance, but what's arrogance when I put in the work? You know what I mean? So I don't see my opponent being able to take the constant pressure and power behind these punches.
You already feature plenty of experience, and you already competed in Combaci Global, sorry, in Combaci Global, in LFA, in Cage Fury Fighting Championships, even in CES MMA. Do you feel that you're at the right moment, in your life to be part of the upcoming 2023 PFL season?
Yes, of course. This is the best moment because again, where if not now, when I'm already weathered out, when I'm already, I'm still growing, but I'm still also in my prime, right? I haven't hit really my prime if we're going into science and everything. It's really mainly at the age of 30, but I'm growing, I'm strong, I'm young, I'm still ready to learn, I'm still ready to keep pushing, I'm still ready to take shots when need to be, so this is the best and the perfect time to do it. And I have a smart high IQ when it comes to fighting. I'm a smart fighter.
you're 24 years old, so yes, you have plenty of time, to develop as a mixed martial artist. There is something that really struck me about your amateur career, and is the fact that you actually defeated Dilano Taylor in 2018. Have you been following his path in the PFL last year?
Well, only recently. But yeah, I kind of was watching him closely. We do have some people who train with us who also train with him, so they were keeping us up to date on like how he was doing and everything. But other than that, I honestly couldn't care less on how he was doing with his PFL career. But it was super, really good for him that he was able to make it to got an opportunity to have a fight within the finals for that $1 million check. And if you ask me, I feel like he didn't give enough.
Okay, why do you say that?
I just felt like he was in the fight. He looked like he was timid. I did watch the fight because that's they're the welterweight contender and the champion. It would be crazy for you not to watch the fight. But watching the fight, it looked like if Dilano put more pressure, Sadibou. Yeah, Sadibou Sy. His whole game is distance, kick, keep moving, keep the pressure. And I feel like if that's someone's game, the best camp is to learn pressure. The best camp is to learn how to cut off the cage a bit better instead of chasing your opponent. Because as you chase your opponent, you're leading the tail instead of cutting off the cage. When your opponent goes to the side, you're walking to the side so that your opponent can actually circle around the cage off of you. So I feel like he was chasing a bit too much and not actually putting the pressure where it should have been. And the amount of volume he put in wasn't enough to beat him. And I feel like he could have did better, in my opinion.
Yeah, on the other side, he scored a pretty impressive victory over Rory MacDonald, and but he retired Rory MacDonald. So yeah, in general, would you like to face him again? Since amateur, okay, that's fine, but it's still amateur. Would you like to face him again as a professional?
Yeah, yes, of course. I would love to face anybody and everybody. So if Dilano Taylor is the guy that is put across the cage with me, then Dilano Taylor is the person that I'm going to have to defeat. So yeah, I would love to go against him. But going back to the part where he knocked out Rory MacDonald, if you watch it, Roy doesn't want to strike anymore. You can see it. He doesn't want to be a striker anymore. As if you watch any of his recent past fights, it's like he doesn't want to be standing up. So I feel like what signified his worries, his doubts about striking was that knockout that he received from Dilano Taylor. And you could see these things when you read a body language of a fighter. Okay, he doesn't want to be in the cage. Oh, he doesn't want to be standing up. Oh, that body hit hurt. Oh, that punch hurt. You could tell these things, and that's what you saw. That's what I saw personally when I was watching Rory. And again, no offense to him, he is a monster. He was a great striker, who was able to take hits, but he's been around for a long time and taking that many hits. As many hits as he did, the biggest bloody fight with him and Ruthless.
Robbie Lawler.
Him and that's those are amazing fights, but those fights take a huge toll on your body. Him going against also the Hawaiian that's in this, I forget his name. Sorry, I get brain farts when it comes to names. The Hawaiian who's the short stocky Hawaiian,
Ray Cooper.
Yeah, these guys throw bombs. So he's been going against these guys for a long time. So and he's only getting older. So you could tell that by last year, he wasn't really trying to stand on the feet. He was more trying to take people down. Even last year, he was trying to do that as well. So I guess this year was, let me just give it one more year, see how it is. But that knockout was the one that decided that, okay, I shouldn't be fighting anymore.
Yeah, your schedule have been pretty busy in 2021 and in 2022 as well. You competed 2 times. What do you think about the PFL format and the fact that if you will be part of the regular season, you will have to fight at least at least 2 times, in the regular season. Yeah, at least twice, considering your upcoming fight at least 3 times.
Well, I love that fact because I wanted to be way more active last year. Like you said, I went three fights. I only had 2 fights last year or three, one of those. But I wanted to be way more active than I was, and you can't get those fights because someone backed out. Someone, I wasn't really signed to a specific organization, where towards they had to. I was bouncing around from the top minor organizations at the time, trying to get a fight, seeing who wanted to fight me. But like with that, people are picking and choosing who they want to fight to keep their records nice. You know what I mean? So being able to go into the PFL, where towards you are guaranteed to have this many set of fights, it's awesome because as a fighter, your job is to stay ready to fight. You know what I mean? So if we're ready to fight and we're staying ready to fight year round, and we're only getting 2 to 3 fights, then it's not really a great turnover. So 3 fights is great. 4 fights is even better. So it's great that we can be consistently fighting in the cage where we want to be within the PFL.
It's good. And if you're going to, if you're going to reach the finals, you'll be fighting 5 times.
5 times.
In the same year. So yeah, that's pretty busy schedule, and you'll have plenty of occasion of showcasing your skills, provided that you're reaching the finals. Thad, do you have any last messages?
Like I said, I will reach the final, and I will make a statement this whole year. I'm not. You're gonna see within that first fight, January 27th, why I deserve to be in the PFL, why I am in the PFL, and why I will be a favorite within the PFL when it comes to going against all the greats that are within the PFL currently right now, and coming into the PFL. So Silverback and the Silverback Nation is coming in to take over, and as we take over, I hope that you yourself can also be within the supporters range as well, because this is the team, and this is the side that you want to be on as the interviewer and as the fans out there.
Again, I like confident fighters. So fingers crossed for you. Best of luck with the upcoming fight. Hopefully, I will hear again from you in the future, man.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
You as well.